All right, Shalom. From the front, we give our praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Harakak, Kodash Barakatham, double honor to the apostles and the elders of the great millstone, and to allow them to cause the glory, pushing the word of truth and sincerity. We want to say Shalom. My lunch break, and just getting to these lessons. World War III is a big topic right now, and now the things that we're saying, the speakers have been saying, are coming to pass. When we're seeing the words of the Lord being spoken by the prophets, coming true. If we get Jeremiah 28:8, it says, "The prophets that have been before me, and before thee of old, prophesied both against many countries, great kingdoms, of war, of evil, and of pestilence." That's what every day. Our camps, is very prevalent because we've been coming in the stead of our forefathers. All right, the prophets spoke against Egypt, they spoke against Babylon, they spoke against Rome. So this is nothing new that you're seeing the prophets back here in the end times. Prophesying against Babylon and prophesying against Mount Seir. All right, that's what we're doing. Verse 9. The prophet which prophesies with peace, when the word of the prophet shall come to pass, then shall the prophet be known that the Lord has truly sent him. All right. And this is going to come. It's going to come after the destruction of America. It's going to come when Yahweh Shai rules on his throne. All right. And not a minute sooner. Okay. The people that you think that are the people of Israel who are getting bombed and shelled by Ishmael, all right, they're not the people, man. There's not going to be any war, no bombs, all right, nor a white stake, all right, in our land when we're in when the Israelites are in rulership, okay? And you're starting to see that, and this is something I've been noticing over the past few years, and the apostle talking about how people are starting to use, outside sources are starting to use lingo. They're starting to teach in the manner that we are teaching in. All right, they call themselves the biting our style, so to speak, is the word we used to use back in the day. All right, and they're starting to see that these guys who are out there on the corner, all right, were right the whole time. That's why the churches, people are leaving the churches. That's why you got many people on the a lot of Edomites making videos professing that they can't be the real Jews. All right, because the scriptures say that when the Lord returns, there's going to be a peace on the earth, man. All right, when the Israelites are in power, all right, there's going to be peace on the earth, and there is no peace. Ezekiel 12:27. It says again, the word of the Lord came to me, saying, "Son of man, behold, they of the house of Israel," right? The house of Israel, talking about our people, the Native Americans, Latinos, and the so-called Negroes, "save the vision that he seeth for many days to come. He prophesies of the times that are far off," man. All right. And what more proof do you need that we're in the end times? What more proof do you need that the return of our Lord, all right, is on his way? All right. Don't forget, man. The one day of the Lord is 1,000 years. 1,000 years is one day, and you people think you have time to watch your great grandchildren live and grow and see the posterity of your through your children. See the posterity of your children, man. All right, but the Lord is cutting these times short, man. All right, these days are shortened, all right, for the elect's sake. So all this planning 20, 30 years down the road, all right, it's not, what's the word? It's not perceivable, okay? Let's get this too. Come on, but it said, let's get this. Says it better. 2 Peter 3. before. It says in saying, it says, so 2 Peter 3:3, knowing the first that there shall come in the last days scoffers, walking after their own lusts. All right, that's what you were seeing, man. You still see these scoffers. Even though you got World War III actually happening. All right, you got these prophecies actually being fulfilled in front of their eyes. They're still scoffing, they're still talking shit. All right, but that's how you know the Lord has stopped their ears. All right, and shut their eyes so they can't see the prophecies being unfolded. They can't see the judgment of Yahweh Shem Yahushai coming to pass. Verse 4, and saying, where is the promise of his coming? For since the prophets fell asleep, all things continue as they were from the beginning of the creation, man. All right, and that's the thing that they're not opening their eyes to. All right, they didn't sit there and said how long, and my mom been saying this, or my grandma been saying this since we were kids, and ain't nothing happened yet. We didn't had all these wars, and ain't no missiles been coming. All right, they didn't say this 30 years ago, and here I am grown. They said, "In the world is coming." During the Cold War, during World War II, and however and whatever. All right, so they continue on in their ways. All right, he actually says since its execution. Let me get that real quick. Hearts do evil. Ecclesiastes 8 and 11, it said, because the sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the hearts of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil. And that's the mindset of these people. The Lord has executed judgment, so therefore they continue on the wickedness. They've been punished for it. All right, but the days are coming. Not only is Esau going into captivity, and you niggas gonna be getting brought to the slaughter too. All right, you're gonna be facing the famine. All right, the pestilence, the guillotine, the FEMA camps, and a lot of you gonna take the MOTB. All right, and ultimately in the end, your end prize, the grand prize. All right, you have won a missile with your name on it, man. Okay, that's for your ignorance. That's for you walking in your own lust. All right, before and saying what is the promise of his coming, the father fell asleep, often continue as they were from the beginning. All right, let's get that Matthew 24:38. It says, for as in the days of Noah, so let's get this. It says, Matthew 24:35, heaven and earth shall pass away, but my word shall not pass away. But that day and hour no man knoweth no man, no, not the angels of heaven, but my Father only. But as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage, until the day that Noah entered into the ark, and knew not until the flood came and took them all away. So shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. All right. So just like Noah was warning them, preparing them, prophesying of the flood, so are we. We're warning, preparing you, all right, for the flood of these missiles this time. All right. Ezekiel tells them, give them warning from me, and we have given you warning. All right, but you think that these days are not going to come. These days are upon us. Sirach 2:14. Sirach 2:14. It says, woe to him. It says, woe be, Sirach 2:12. Woe be to the fearful hearts and faint hands, and the sinners that go of two ways. Woe unto him that is faint-hearted, for he believeth not, therefore shall he not be defended. Woe unto you that have lost patience, and what will ye do when the Lord shall visit you? All right, so it's plain and clear. All right, it's plain and clear written in the scriptures, man. All right, you faint-hearted, you double-minded, you are those who have lost patience in the Yahweh Shemini return, who went back in the world. All right, who have not repented. All right, you're gonna be left without protection. All right, when the days unfold even greater, and the wrath of the Lord is coming upon you. So with that, I want to say, Kahala, Yahweh Shemini Shai. Don't mind the apostle in the elder grade millstone. Till next time, Shalom and a Baba Bar.